And I'm back. Welcome to On the Record with Tiffany and Kevin on 9:30 a.m. The Answer, home of conservative talk radio, with our special guest host, Reginal Ballard.
Yeah.
The greatest kidney advocate in the country.
Good back, Kevin back with us.
Yeah, I am. You know,
it's a privilege to have a man back in the game.
She had me stored off in the background because we're doing quite a bit, right? As you know, we're there's a lot of stuff going on in the background. We're going to be taking on a new building. We're expanding our volunteer program, and all that stuff is like really details. And so I'm big on the details. Somebody else is not so big on the details. But anyway,
so we tend to bifurcate.
She'll be getting a lot of stuff done, though. She's been getting a lot of stuff done.
Oh, yeah. She's a killer, though.
As long as y'all get a lot of stuff done, then I won't be lying all over the country on y'all.
It's really interesting, right? So somebody asked me the other day, what's it like working for your wife? Not with my wife, but for my wife. I was like, man, who you been talking to? But it's really good. You know, Tiffany does things that she's really good at. People like her, so that's always a good thing. And she doesn't make people mad. I make people mad. So, I got to stick with the processes and stay behind the scenes.
That's a nice way of saying he doesn't shake hands and kiss babies everywhere.
I do.
Oh, no.
Sometimes people, you have the good guy and the bad guy.
Don't touch their babies no more now since after COVID. They, don't kiss I seen that one time. Baby was going across the street with lady going across the street in the stroller with her baby, and man touched the baby hand, and boy, she looked at him like, "Don't be touching my baby." They do that no more.
Well, when you're dealing with chronic illnesses and you have something like COVID-19 come through, like what we saw COVID-19 do to people.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand that. I used to be a person who hugged everybody, and I just don't do that anymore. First of all, I meet over 1,000 people a year. Like we were doing the numbers of how many people I meet in a year. And that's me. I'm a regular person. Like I don't even know how many people you meet, Reg.
Shoot, I meet 1,000 people probably in 2 weeks.
Yes, I'm sure you do. Yeah, so you can't hug everybody.
Yeah. But I tell you what, though, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because I had the shot, and I used to catch the flu almost every September, so I used to have to get a flu shot. So it never failed. After September, the end of September, I used to get the flu. But I haven't had a flu shot in about 3 years now, and I haven't had a flu, cold, or nothing. I don't know if it's because of this COVID shot, or I know I take for the kidney transplant, I take this one pill called Velcite. I think that's the name of it, and it's an antiviral medication. I don't know if it's that or not, but I haven't had a cold or the flu in like about 3 years now.
Wow. Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, but those meds.
I feel it coming in my throat, then I wake up in the morning, it's gone.
Well,
you can feel, when you feel you're going to get sick because it drains, and the next day it's gone. I don't know if it was the COVID shot or the antiviral medications. I don't know what it is.
Well, I'll tell you, the thing that we found and that everybody is seeing with in the kidney verse. So let's get into what we came here for, kidneys. When we look at what's happening with kidneys, one of the first things that you notice is that they've made major breakthroughs with pharmaceuticals. This is a time where there are pills that are doing phenomenal work in terms of keeping us healthy and alive. The preventative care that's available in terms of SGLT2Is, ACEs and ARBs, it's life changing and life affirming in that it will slow down or stop the progression of kidney disease. 80% of kidney disease can be prevented. So, I'm like, hey, We need more innovation. We need more innovation in the pharmaceutical area because they are doing a good job. AstraZeneca, Lilly, all these different places are making major strides for us pharmaceutically. And I don't get paid by these people. They don't give me any money.
But we have a list of people that we will align ourselves with if they want to pay us money because they're doing a good job, right? You got to give the devil his due, right? When people are doing the right thing, we have to support it.
That's the truth because I know, by having kidney transplant, we take, the Prographs and the Cell-Steps and the prednisone and, but that valve site that I take, I think that might be knocking a lot of this, viruses because, it suppresses our immune system so that, the kidney won't be rejected. And, so some of those things, I guess that valve site probably, counterreacts so that you won't get sick, because it's easy to get sick because of the antidepressant. I mean,
antiviral.
All that. But on the other hand, it's like this valve site. It's like, man, I haven't had a cold almost pretty much since I had the kidney transplant.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I think sometimes we forget about the progress that we've made, right? Because there's a lot of it's like, in your world, the comic world, there's a lot of things to be negative about, but I think we forget like the progress that we've actually made.
Well,
we've done all these really good things.
So but the thing about media and about what people just pay attention to. People pay attention to negative stories.
Yep.
And so nobody's going to, fewer people will listen to a story about how well your immunosuppressants are working. Nobody wants to hear the story of how well your immunosuppressants are working. Everybody wants to hear the story about, opioids. They want to hear the salacious story of terror happening. They don't want to hear the wonderful breakthroughs that are occurring.
Well, as a negative person, Reg, I got to say, right?
Yes, I'm glad you said it.
I'm a negative person.
I'm glad you said it. Not me.
I want to focus on what could take us out, right? What could kill us? What's gonna put me and the family in danger, right? That's what I want to focus on. Like all that other stuff is good, and it's sad that I led it with, hey, there are positive things that are going on, right? Because I have to remind myself, hey, there are good things that are going on.
There are lots of good things that are going on. Yeah. Phenomenal things.
Right.
It is. And that's why, people should get and, not be afraid to get screened and not be afraid to go to their doctors because there's a lot of good things, a lot of preventative, and you don't have to, sit around and like my mother, one of the ones, I mean, she goes to the hospital now, but she one of them people like, I don't want to know, something wrong with me, I don't want to know, I just, whatever, we all got to die from something.
Ooh,
I'm like, but you ain't got to be suffering though, you ain't got to be walking around here looking like a blowfish puffed up because you want to get your body, you want to go get your body, or your body's not draining itself, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like
one of the things filtering itself out. So, you ain't got to sit around and worry about that.
One of the things that we always...
It's not a good thing. It's not a fun thing,
It's not. But it's 2024, right? And we're in the age of advancements in technology, advancements in medications, and all these different things. And I always say, hey, we're in 2024. If you're going to have something like the early stages of kidney disease, now is the best time to have it because there's something that you can go start asking your physician questions. And there are medications that can actually help you slow the progression of it, right? And so that's a conversation. I've been over in our neighborhoods in the past few weeks. We're doing screenings over there, and people will always say, well, I don't want to know. I'm like, you do want to know, because if you know now, right,
that's the worst
you can take you can take steps, and you can go ask questions, and and we're in the world of the internet too, where you can go in and find the top scientists, and you'd be surprised they actually respond back to your questions and everything. You don't have to go to Mama and them's website, to figure out what's wrong with you. I mean, they have simple tests that can tell you this and this is what's wrong, and you have solutions.
Right.
Well, and now, one of the things that I really wanted us to talk about is the fact that there are genetic alleles, we know that now. We know like how to isolate and find kidney disease. It's very simple to do that. And then also how to go further and figure out, is this a genetic kidney disease? Do you have a genetic predisposition to it? And our team, Kevin, me, Reginal, our team here at Texas Kidney Foundation are actually bringing genetic testing, free genetic testing, to the community. And we'll do that on July 27th.
Oh, that's right in the corner. That's right.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's just, we know what kidney disease looks like in the end. And, the thing I love about you, Reg, is that one of the first things when we talked to you about early detection of kidney disease, you were on board because you didn't want to see other people end up in the same boat that you were in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it. And like you say, it's so much advancements in this thing now. It's like back in the day, in the 70s when people went on the vegan diet, everything tastes like chalk. Now you go on the vegan diet now, man, and you don't even know. I can take you to this restaurant in Pasadena called Sage, a 5-star restaurant, big restaurant, like a regular restaurant, and fancy, and everything in it is vegan. You swear you eating at a steakhouse. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's advancements that, like you say, if you're gonna have kidney disease, this is the best time to have it now. I remember when I was a little kid, I spoke to this before, I was in the hospital because they said I had kidney disease. And I was drinking some kind of sugar water every day. That was it. It wasn't nothing else they was doing. And then I left the hospital, and I didn't have kidney disease again for like 50 years. You know what I mean? And the crazy thing about that was, I don't think I had kidney disease at the time. They just said that, because I think I was a little puffy in the face, and they said, well, you probably got kidney disease, but they wasn't doing nothing for it. And I don't think they, knew much about it at the time, what to do at the time. Yeah, but now, hey, it's some things that they have now that can slow the progression if you have kidney situations. And I'm just starting to see those type of commercials maybe 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is really all about us making people aware. We say this all the time. Nobody's coming to save us, but we have everything we need to save each other.
Yeah.
That's where knowledge to action came from, and neighbors helping neighbors. We're all about being good neighbors to the people in our communities.
And part of the thing, and my negativity comes in well, is really going down and sitting down. Yeah, right. So
use everybody's superpower.
Is to figure out who, and here's how it comes in, to figure out who do we align with, right? Right. So who do we align with? Who is moving in the direction that is pro patient, pro community? And so I've been spending the last 4 or 5 weeks going through that, making out a list of people, because we get these offers all the time where people want to give us money, but we're like, okay, but is what they're doing, is it aligned with where we're going as an organization, especially being extremely pro-patient, pro-community, right? Is that going in the direction where we're going? And so we've made out that list, and we figured out, hey, this group of people is moving in the direction. Does that mean they're perfect? No, but they're moving in a direction where we believe that is very pro-patient, pro-community. Would you say that is fair, Tiffany?
Yes, and it's important. Who you show up in a space with is important.
Yeah,
it's important to address the most difficult personalities in the country and say, hey, your people need the same thing our people need.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we're having to have conversations with people that would seem like unlikely bedfellows, but you cannot move the needle on something as important as healthcare, because what we have to do here is change healthcare. Like, we don't have the option of just letting it keep going the way it is, because people are dying.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we've got to get in there and move the needle with people that have been stuck in their ways for a long time. We have to show them that where we align and how it's going to benefit folks. And Texas is a great place to do that, because the one thing that is universal in Texas is the belief in free markets and the ability to let business work. But if you do that's fine. But at the same time, business has to work and help patients too.
Yeah, patients have to be informed.
The business of healthcare is about patients. It's not about doctors. It's about patients.
Yes.
So switching that mindset from what it is right now, which, you'll see people putting more time in on making sure that doctors are happy, and they're putting very little time in on making sure that patients are taken care of.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is that there's a lot of change. People want to do a lot of change without involving the communities that they serve and the patients that they serve, and not thinking about the impact on the local community. Yeah. Which is one of the things that we were in a meeting with a couple of nerds about 2 weeks ago, and they were making all these recommendations, and we stopped and said, "Did you consider what the patient wants?" Now, what's best for the patient, giving them the opportunity to choose by just simply informing them in plain English, right, what their options are, right? Yeah. What are your options? What your options are, and that's something that I don't think is considered very often in the healthcare industry. And so, to me, that's part of free markets. Free markets are what are my choices and helping me make informed decisions.
Exactly.
About that.
And you can only have free markets if things are transparent. Yeah. And right now, healthcare has to be the cloudiest place, the most that you could possibly be.
I just lucked up and got a good team, that helped me out. I mean, my team was phenomenal.
You have an amazing team.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they were on top of everything, quick, fast, and in a hurry. So yeah, I like the program. But matter of fact, I got released from my team a couple of weeks ago, and I kind of hate it now because I used to like going around. I used to like going to get the blood work done and and looking at my portal and looking at my numbers and all that learning. I just always scroll down and look at the red part. If there wasn't no red numbers in there, I'm good.
Now your team is USC, right?
Yeah, USC Keck. Yeah, Keck Hospital, and they pretty good.
Good program.
We have another hospital over here too in Pasadena, Huntington. Huntington is one of the best, but that's why I got my heart surgery over there here. But my kidney was at Keck, so USC Keck, and they both hospitals are great. They great. Yeah, they great.
I talked to USC Keck recently because
yeah.
And man,
good program.
They're excellent. Like, how long did they follow you?
When my surgery was 3 years ago.
So they followed you for the last 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years, and I just got released. Matter of fact, they released me once before, but then doctor said, "Well, we was gonna monitor you a little bit more," and they did a little bit more. Then they finally got me out of there, and so now I'm just going exclusively to my kidney doctor now. So.
Now, see, every program is different, but one of the reasons why I liked your program and what you were saying about your program is that they really follow. I mean, when you talk about precision medicine, you hear people talking about precision medicine a lot right now.
Yeah.
That's what I would consider to be part of that precision medicine experience, is that they're following you, they're keeping up with your medications, with exactly what do you need.
Right.
Reginal Ballard, as the patient, not the one size fits all. This is what we do in general and with kidney transplants, but what is this patient in need of? and they just, I mean, from each person that you talk to over there, they're phenomenal.
Oh, they are. They my doctors were cool. And then the one that did Edie's kidney, they took her kidney out. They're a team, and they both Asian guys. And the one that took hers out, I mean, he was there every day at the hospital with her because she had a little fever, and he wanted to make sure everything was right. I mean, he took care of her and was like, because her wound got a little infected. And he was telling her, he said, don't worry. He said, in about a week or two, you'll be up, and like ain't nothing ever happened. And every day he was coming in there, man, rubbing on the leg. And I had to tell him, hey, man,
back off.
You ain't got to be rubbing on the leg, man.
Hey, come on now.
Rub on the leg on top of the cover, dog. Don't put your hand on the cover of the white leg.
Hey, Edie's a gorgeous woman. Maybe he like chocolate. You don't know what he's up to.
He's good, though. He's good. I mean, he's real good. He's real good. I mean,
now she gave you a kidney and she almost died while she was giving you a kidney. Man, you ain't gonna never live that down.
You owe her a Rolls Royce or a Bentley or something.
I already know.
That shuts down all arguments. Hey, I gave you a kidney and almost died in the process.
Yeah, I can't get over that one. So I can't live that one down.
Like how?
That's one gonna always be, every time she wants some water, I always gotta go get it.
Want a feet rub? You gotta rub them.
Thing on me. So she made me start wearing this thing again. The thing she bought is with me and her on there.
Like, let people know who you belong to, Reginald. You out here in these streets.
Yeah, whatever, man. Whatever. But but yeah. I mean, if you get you a good team around you, you get somebody that's going to take care of you and really look out for you, and not just out to, to put you on dialysis and just leave you there. If you get somebody that's like that, I mean, you'll feel more comfortable, and you'll be able to talk to people about it. Say, hey, look, go get checked, go get, head this off and learn all you can about your body. Learn all you can about kidneys, because once, like if you have high blood pressure and diabetes, it can cause a lot of complications. And that's what gets you, because you ignore the signs, you ignore the tingling in the feet, you ignore the thirst, you ignore why you're peeing urinating all the time, you ignore all that stuff, and the next thing you know, the problem is worse than it had to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
exactly.
Definitely. We got 2 minutes left. I know, Reg, you have another appointment, but tell us. I want you to do a plug, right? Because I was listening to something the other day, and I thought we don't let people do plugs, right?
Like, you need to talk about what you're doing.
Like, what are you doing? Because I think you're funny.
He is funny. He's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm at Williamsport this weekend. You might want to come out Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Then we're in St. Louis. I'm Pennsylvania on Saturday, and on Mother's Day, and happy Mother's Day early to all the mothers. And Sunday I'll be in St. Louis. I don't even know the name of the clubs and stuff. Ain't that crazy?
You got
St. Louis knows the name. St. Louis.
but just look, you Williamsport, it ain't that big. I'm pretty sure the word is around. Me and my man Pierre gonna be there, so come out and check us out. And the movie, I think the movie is going to be released pretty soon, called Super Moon. And, me and Kim Cole's in that movie. And
I love Kim Cole.
They had the premiere, I think, it was in Dallas this past weekend, last week, I think.
Awesome.
I didn't get a chance to make it. Yeah, I kind of like, I be kind of, nerves of watching myself on film, man.
Why? You're excellent on film. That is nuts.
I don't know.
I
watch you on film all the time. Me and the girls were looking at you the other day.
I don't know, man. I had a bad experience one time on. I thought I did bad. It was on. I did an episode of Days of Our Lives back in the day, man. And I was like, that was the worst acting experience I think I ever had. it's like I'm the only black dude on the cast, and it's like that people really wasn't talking to you. I'm feeling like, I'm like, wow, man, this is gonna be interesting. And then right got ready to do the scene. One of the actors, she come out. You want to rehearse? I'm like, yeah, I think we need to do that. And then ever since then, man, I don't even like watching myself.
Awesome.
Well, you should, because all the rest of us like watching you. So anyway,
I don't think I ever do a soap opera ever again.
They may not be around for anybody to do again, because I don't think they have that many of them left. Right?
I don't think Days of Our Lives still on. I don't know.
Yeah, they have all those housewife shows now replaced all those.
Man.
Please don't get on one of those.
That's the new soap operas now.
Yeah, you and Edie end up on like Days of the Real Husbands of something.
If you're doing Real Husbands, now I watch that. I think that's funny.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Reg, we'll let you get ready for your next meeting here.
All right.
Man, if you get a chance,
I'll see you next week.
All right, if you get a chance, get out and see Reg in those areas. I'm sorry, I cut you off, Reg.
Yeah, I mean, I talk to Tiffany all the time anyway, so I'll see you next week.
All right, have a good one, Reg. Thank you so much.
All right, later.
If you get a chance, get out and see Reg. He's very funny. I mean, I think he's very, very, very funny, and I think you'll enjoy it. All right, thank you so much.